Okay, so it is the second week in the month of March, and in this video we are going to look at the prices of the most commonly used building materials: sand, cement, stones, blocks, wood, iron rods, and more, coming up next. And let's start off with the prices of iron rods. Now, in the past week, the prices of iron rods have remained relatively stable, with a ton of iron rods selling between 7,600 all the way to 11,000 Ghana cedis, depending on the merchant who is selling it and where you are buying it from. Where we purchase our iron rods, which is like in the Ghana East Municipality of Accra, so like Ashoman Estates, Kwabenya, Pokwase, Taifa, Domea, Chimota areas, right? It's selling between 7,600 to 8,600 Ghana cedis. The highest we got was 8,800. But then in other places that we made calls to, they were mentioning 11,000 and stuff like that. So at least it gives you an idea. These are standard iron rods. These are not the high tensile iron rods. So if you wanted the individual prices, 16 millimeters is selling for 112 Ghana cedis. The 40 millimeters is selling for 82.20 Ghana cedis. The 12 millimeter is selling for 62.50 Ghana cedis. The 11.5 millimeter is selling for 52 Ghana cedis. And the 10 millimeter is selling for 43 Ghana cedis. Now, if you wanted binding wire, then a core binding wire is selling for 80 Ghana cedis. So what does this mean? Let's say you wanted to build like a wall. You probably need about 60 millimeters iron rod. So you need maybe a ton. So that's going to be about 7,800 to 8,600 Ghana cedis, right? You would also need blocks for your wall, obviously. So today, 5 inches hollow blocks, most places it's going for 7 cedis. And then the 6 inches hollow blocks is going for 7.50 Ghana cedis. In a lot of places, the solid blocks, 5 inches is selling for 8 cedis. And then the 6 inches solid block is selling for 8.50 Ghana cedis. But I got a place where the 5 inches solid blocks were being sold for 7 cedis, including transportation, if you are buying in bulk. So always try and compare with as many merchants as possible and try and negotiate like a very good deal. Like, can I get free transportation if I buy about 500 blocks or 400 blocks, etc. Right? So that you can save some money. And make sure to stick to the end of the video, because somebody sent us a very interesting message on Instagram where he wanted to know what to do because he's running out of cash, but he needs to build his project and complete it before the end of the year. And we created a whole video for that, so stick to the end of the video where we talk about that. Next, let's look at the price of cement. Today, GASEM 42.5 R grade has dropped by 1 Ghana cedis from the last week. So last week, GASEM was selling for 95 cedis for the 42.5 R grade, but today it's selling at 94 Ghana cedis. Now, like I mentioned, the 42.5 R grade is what most people use for like their block work when they are building the house, their structure itself, right? And then the 32.5 R grade, a lot of people use it for plastering and tile work. So if you wanted the 32.5 R grade GASEM, today it's selling for 88 cedis. Last week it was selling for 89 Ghana cedis. So it's good news. Assuming you are buying 1,000 bags of cement, you are saving 1,000 Ghana cedis. Dangote is also selling for 94 Ghana cedis for the 42.5 R grade. Simaf and Jata are all selling at 93 cedis for the 42.5 R grade. So if you wanted a cheaper alternative, you can consider Simaf or Jata cement. Next, if you have completed your block work and you've done your plastering, then you probably want to paint as well. And if you wanted to paint, today a bucket of Home Charm is selling for averagely 350 Ghana cedis, though I found a place where they were selling it for 340 Ghana cedis. I pray they don't watch this video and increase the price. So if you want to buy your Home Charm, I think you should buy it in bulk because they don't really expire quickly, right? So you can buy and store, because the way the price of things are going, it might go to 400 Ghana cedis soon. So just buy in bulk. If, let's say, you had a 2 or 3 or 4 bedroom house, you probably need maybe 10 to 15 buckets of Home Charm paint. So 350 times 10 is 3,500 Ghana cedis. Go and buy it. Next, if you wanted to do tiling, right, you'd need to buy tile cement. Tile cement today is selling for 41 Ghana cedis per bag. Now, tile cement doesn't have the same expiry period as ordinary cement. So ordinary cement can last between 3 months to 4 months, depending on how optimally you store it before it becomes hard and unusable. But tile cement can even last you 1 year. So you can buy the tile cement in bulk as well to save yourself some cash. Because last year around this time, tile cement was selling for 20 Ghana cedis. So in just a year, we've seen 100% increase. And no investment that you have is going to increase in 100% unless it's some kind of scam, right? Or betting. Next, even if you were doing like your fence wall, you still need some boards, and if you are doing your roofing, you would need wood. So let's look at the prices of wood today. If you wanted the Fisher boards, it's selling between 120 to 160 Ghana cedis. And if you wanted the 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, 2x6, today 2x2 is selling for about 38 Ghana cedis in most places. 2x3 is selling between 45 and 55 Ghana cedis. The 2x4 is selling between 65 to 80 Ghana cedis. And the 2x6 is selling between 90 to 100. Now the range is because we ask a lot of merchants and they give us different quotes. So this is just to give you an idea, and it also helps you to bargain when you are going to purchase your materials. And if you're in the diaspora and you need to send your contractor or your project manager money for your building project, this video is also to give you an idea. So if you're liking it, just hit the like button to encourage us to make more of these videos. If you wanted sand, a trip of sand is selling between 2,500 to 3,500 Ghana cedis, depending on the cubic capacity of the truck delivering the sand, and also how far they are going to fetch the sand and how far they are going to deliver it to you, right? And then a trip of stones is also selling between 2,500 to 3,500 Ghana cedis. Now, like we said in the intro, somebody reached out to us on Instagram and said he has up to the end of this year to complete his building project. He has completed the roofing, he's read the wiring and POP stage, but he's run out of cash. I can relate because I also ran out of cash and I needed to buy blocks because I went to clear my land, and if it rains and I don't put the blocks in place, all the clearing I did is going to be a waste. So we can relate, and I know you can also relate sometimes when you don't have any money. So click on this video to move to our new channel, the Africa Building Podcast, where we share tips on how to overcome this situation. Thanks, Bebre.